of the new city council for Monday, April 16th, 2018. Roll call, please.
Fitzwater.
Here.
Graham.
Here.
Hensley.
Here.
Hussey.
Here.
Kimna.
Here.
Mahalovich.
Here.
Prather.
Here.
Schreiber. Ward.
Here.
Wiseman.
Present.
All right, item 3, a motion for adoption of the agenda.
Second.
And any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. In the first order of business, we want to welcome new councilman, Mr. John Hensley, and we are so excited to have you here this evening. And I know you also have your family here, so I don't know if they'd like to come up to the podium or if you'd like to join them there and introduce
Absolutely. Maybe they
the
can
newest
just stay
family.
right about where they are, and I'll stay right here.
Sure.
First of all, I look forward to working with all of you. It's an honor and a privilege to serve the voters of and all the residents in the 5th Ward. So many thanks to my family. I'm lucky to have them here and to have had their support over the last several months. My wife Melissa, our daughters Caroline, Catherine, and Madeline. So probably be the last time you see at least 3 of them over the next couple of years. But glad that they could be here tonight, and I look forward to working with all of you. And I'll just add my thanks to the chorus of thanks that has already been directed towards Councilman Larry Henry. He served us very well, and I look forward to maintaining my friendship with him as well. So let's get going.
Thank you. That's
you.
great. Well, we're excited to have you on board, and welcome to your family as well, and to your 3 girls, and appreciate that, because I know family support is so important when it comes to being serving on the city council. So we're really excited to have all of you here. So what a sweet family. All right, so welcome. All right, so item 4 is nominations and election of President Pro Tempore. So is there a motion for President Pro Tem? Councilman Mahalovich?
I nominate.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Graham.
Aye.
Hensley.
Aye.
Hussey.
Aye. Vote for myself.
Kimna.
Aye.
Mahalovich.
Aye.
Prather.
Aye.
Schreiber. Ward.
Aye.
Wiseman.
Aye.
Fitzwater.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Congratulations, unanimously, I might add, for President Pro Tempore, Councilman Ken Hussey. So congratulations on that honor. And also want to take a moment to sincerely thank Councilman Prather for serving this last year. And I know a lot of extra events and things that you have been a part of, and really much appreciated. So thank you for serving in that capacity. And item 5, we have nominations and elections for planning and zoning representative and alternative. So let's see here. Do we have nomination? Councilwoman Wiseman.
For planning and zoning representative, I'd like to nominate Councilman Carlos Graham.
Okay, so we have Councilman Graham, and then for the alternate, Councilman Graham?
For the alternate, I would like to nominate Councilwoman Erin Wiseman.
Okay, so do we have a second for Carlos Graham as the Planning and Zoning Board, and then alternate as Erin Wiseman? Okay, any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Hensley.
Aye.
Hussey.
Aye.
Kimna.
Aye.
Mahalovich.
Aye.
Prather.
Aye.
Schreiber. Ward.
Aye.
Wiseman.
Aye.
Fitzwater.
Aye.
Graham.
Aye.
All right, motion passes unanimously. So now we have Councilman Carlos Graham serving as our Planning and Zoning representative, and alternate Councilwoman Erin Wiseman. Thank you. Item 6, appointments by the mayor. We have our 2018-2019 Standing Council Committee appointments for Administration Committee, the Annexation Committee, which is a committee of the whole, Finance Committee, Public Safety Committee, and Public Works and Planning, and appointments to the Campo Board, which include Councilman Fitzwater, Hussey, Kemna, and Mahalovich. And you have the sheets here that have been distributed. Do we have extras there at the podium, or if anybody needs this for the media or anybody?
It's in the packet.
Okay, this is electronically in the packet. So is there a motion to approve that slate of appointments?
Madam Mayor, can I make a motion with a slight amendment if the council permitted to swap myself off of Campo and in place put Councilman Hensley if he so desired, if that would be okay with the council. I've
Okay.
served 5 years on Campo.
Okay. So, so we have the motion with that change. Is that fine to do it that way? Okay, and we have a second? Okay. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Hussey,
Aye.
Kimna,
Aye.
Mahalovich,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Schreiber, Ward,
Aye.
Wiseman,
Aye.
Fitzwater,
Aye.
Graham,
Aye.
Hensley.
All right, congratulations to all who are serving. Item 7, miscellaneous agenda items. There are none. Item 8, no public hearings. Item 9, no presentations from staff, consultants, and invited guests. Item 10, do we have any new announcements for this council agenda for this meeting? Anyone? Okay, so John, here's what happens. When I say down by the river, you say, in Jeff City, Mo. All right, so try it. Jeff City, Mo. Because
No, John, you gotta do it better than that. Let's go, Madam Mayor, get him.
let's go, let's hit it. Down by the river in Jeff City, Mo. Woo! All right. Because they're coming to our city. You got it. First try to city. Okay. All right. Just
Creole.
little initiation there. That's right. All right. It's official. Councilman Hensley is officially part of this council now. All right. Okay. And item 11, we've already had our Lincoln University student update, and I will mention Councilman Hensley was at the Lincoln University Gala the other night in support. Item 12, present, and along with Councilman Hussey and Graham, and did I miss? Oh, and Steve. Yes, and Steve Kroll was there as well, so good to have city representation. Item 13, or let's see, 12, we have nobody signed up for presentations from the gallery. 13, nothing on consent. Item 14, bills introduced, 2018-001.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute a grant agreement between the city of Jefferson and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for the purpose of conducting a master plan airport layout plan update for the Jefferson City Memorial Airport.
Mr. Marash?
Thank you. And if you don't mind, I would like to talk about this bill and the next one, its companion, which is the contract to do the master planning of the airport. But basically, the grant agreement, which is the subject of this first bill, is a MoDOT grant agreement. It's a 90-10, so the city would be responsible for 10% of the cost, and federal funds would take up the remainder of it. The total project cost is $283,254, and again, 10%, which equals about $26,000, would be the city share and come out of our half-cent capital improvement program. A process went through to select a consultant to do this planning study, and it's Jefferson, and they're located here in Jefferson City, and be happy to answer any questions about it.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Marash? Okay, and then why don't we have you go on and read then 2018-2.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute an agreement with Jefferson Incorporated for services associated with the master plan airport layout plan update for the Jefferson City Memorial Airport.
We've already had the information from Mr. Marash. Any further council deliberation or questions? Okay. 2018-3.
An ordinance of the City of Jefferson, Missouri authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute a $34,910 contract with Paladin Data Systems SmartGov for the code enforcement software.
Would this be Mrs. Abbott?
Thank you. This bill will authorize the contract with SmartGov for the amount of $34,910 for the purchase of code enforcement software. The software that has been selected include a annual subscription for 6 full-time users, a citizens portal, a connection to our GIS and parcel information, code enforcement templates, types, and reports, including on-site training and travel expenses for the amount of the $34,910. Ordinance 15-742 authorized the general fund supplemental appropriation for the purchase of the computer software and hardware. Our benefits that we feel that would come from the purchase include increased staff productivity, improved citizen information and feedback, improved performance data, improved communication among city departments and staff, and serve as the initial computer base for other applications such as building inspection and plan review. We anticipate the outcomes to include transparency, proactive code enforcement, and increased property values. Staff has collaborated with the finance and IT department and have their support and time commitment for the software purchase and implementation. This software does not duplicate existing software functions, but leverages past investment in our existing GIS and financial software. I'd be happy, and the reoccurring cost with this code enforcement software would be approximately $12,350 per fiscal year, beginning with FY19. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Councilman Mahalovich?
This software purchase has been the subject of a previous general fund supplemental appropriations, and Council Lady Ward and myself have been meeting with residents that really feel like this could help out their area of the city, as along with staff. And so we've been following this quite closely, and for those reasons and more, I'd like to suspend rule.
All right, we have a request to suspend the rules. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we will take up 2018 number 3.
An ordinance of the City of Jefferson, Missouri, authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute a $34,910 contract with Paladin Data Systems SmartGov for code enforcement software.
Any further deliberation? Councilman Hensley?
Hi, I noticed that this bid was substantially less than all of the other bids that were received, like remarkably substantially less. So much so that I'm wondering if there's any concern about the enormous difference between this bid and virtually every other bid that was received, and why that spread might be the way it is.
I'm going to let my staff, Dave Helmick, help answer the question.
One of the big differences is the SmartGov program is cloud-based, whereas the others included servers, hardware on site, and additional time and expense as far as travel, everything like that. With it being completely cloud-based, your travel time, I believe one of the bids was 15,000, it's down to 2,000. It also cuts down the amount of time that city staff has to work on it. I've talked to cities that have it currently, as well as the other ones. I've messed around with their apps, their online service, and it does what we've been looking for it to do.
Thank you. Any further questions or council deliberation? Okay, roll call, please.
Kimna,
Aye.
Mahalovich,
Aye.
Prather,
Aye.
Schreiber,
Aye.
Ward,
Aye.
Wiseman,
Aye.
Fitzwater,
Aye.
Graham,
Aye.
Hensley, Hussey.
Aye.
Bill passes. 2018-4.
An ordinance of the City of Jefferson, Missouri, amending the 2017-2018 budget of the City of Jefferson, Missouri by appropriating additional funds within the Park Fund.
Mr. Spalding?
Thank you all. This is to ask you to authorize this supplemental appropriation of $268,105 to go towards the design, including all the engineering and consultants for the renovation of Community Park. As we have embarked on our master plan over the last year, one of the things became abundantly clear throughout the process that there were some areas in our community from a park perspective that we needed to address right away. And item number one on that list was Community Park. There were minutes that I had found from 1985 within the parks stating the needs of restrooms and play features there. So the commission at the April meeting voted to go ahead and take money from our fund balance and use towards the design so we could get started on this project right away. So I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Councilman Mahalovich?
Just one question. This is out of your fund balance. Do you know what your current percentage of your fund balance is of your budget?
We have, Margie could potentially help, but after this, we still have over $3 million in our fund balance over and above the required amount that we need to have, which is right under $1 million.
Thank you.
Yes.
Councilman Hussey?
They have a healthy fund balance, Councilman Mahalovich. I would ask for a suspension of the rules to move this forward. This is a project and financial consideration that's gone through the Park Commission multiple times and something they'd like to get started on as soon as possible, so.
So we have a request to suspend the rules. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we will take up 2018-4.
An ordinance of the City of Jefferson, Missouri, amending the 2017-2018 budget of the City of Jefferson, Missouri by appropriating additional funds within the Park Fund.
Any further questions or deliberation? Roll call, please.
Mahalovich,
Aye.
Prather.
Aye.
Schreiber.
Aye.
Ward.
Aye.
Wiseman.
Aye.
Fitzwater.
Aye.
Graham.
Aye.
Hensley.
Aye.
Hussey.
Aye.
Kimna.
Aye.
Bill passes. 15, we have no resolutions. Item 16, we have no one signed up for presentations from the gallery on other topics. Item 17, is there any council and staff discussion on presentation topics? Item 18, new business, we have approval of the 2018-2019 council meeting schedule. So who is
So moved.
that up? Okay, any further need for clarification or questions on that? Yes, Councilman Mahalovich?
I know that December 3rd date didn't really work that well last year for us. Is that the same date as we usually have that, and the same conflict?
Let me see.
I think it is. I think we should still keep it.
So it would be the Monday. Let me check. You said the December 3rd one. That's
You
always
talking about the Cap Region event? I think we should still keep our council meeting as December the 3rd.
Yeah, so it would be the same night. So we would typically, we try to, if at all possible, not put too many things on that agenda so that since the entire council is usually invited to that event, that they can still get to that event. Unless any other council deliberations. And to that point, I had mentioned before to the President, Gasper Calvaruso, about how in the past, how we all just walk in a little bit late and they're fine with that.
You have some concerns about that, Councilman?
It was late enough last time that it was a non-event, so that's fine. I yield to the wishes of the council.
I think we had one time where another group had scheduled to be here on the Monday and we ended up having the meeting on Tuesday, and so they had a mix-up on that, so just to keep it kind of consistent. But we will look forward to that meeting being a quick one. Right? Okay. Any other changes or comments? Okay, so roll call, please.
Prather.
Aye.
Schreiber.
Aye.
Ward.
Aye.
Wiseman.
Aye.
Fitzwater.
Aye.
Graham.
Aye.
Hensley.
Aye.
Hussey.
Aye.
Kimna.
Aye.
Mahalovich.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Item 19, any unfinished business? Item 20, subcommittee meetings. So this is that kind of interesting meeting where we're going to have 4 really quick committee meetings of administration, annexation, finance, public safety, and public works and planning. So what we'll do is we're going to call each of those meetings to order using the current chair for the purpose of electing a chair and vice chair and making any announcements that they may want to make. So we're going to start with the administration committee. So I'll turn it over to the chair, current chair, Councilwoman Wiseman.
All right, thank you. I'd like to call to order the administration committee. Do we need to do a call, or do we need to do?
Roll call, do we need that?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yes, that'd be appropriate.
So would you want me to have Emily call the roll on that?
Yes, please.
Fitzwater.
Here.
Hensley.
Here.
Prather.
Here.
Ward. Here. Wiseman.
Here. All right, if we can have a motion to move, or I guess if we can have any nominations for the election of the chair for administration.
I'd like to make a motion for Aaron Wiseman, Councilman Wiseman, to continue as chair of administration.
Second.
Any other nominations? Has been,
Councilman Prather?
I move that nominations cease and we elect Aaron by acclamation.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that I be nominated by acclamation for chair. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Do we have nominations for vice chair? I'd like to nominate Laura Ward. I guess I can follow myself. Any other nominations? Rick?
I move that nominations cease.
Yes. Oh, I'm
It will be elected by
calling.
acclamation.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to nominate Laura Ward as vice chair of the administration committee. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. All right. Any other business? Do I have a motion to adjourn? All those in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.
All right, record time. There you go. Next is annexation, which is a committee of the whole. So, is Councilman Hussey?
I think I probably would be the one to call to order the meeting of the annexation committee. Do we need to do a roll call again? Each time, you think, Ryan?
Because the annexation committee is a committee of the whole, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, perfect. Entertain nominations for an election of a chair of a committee that doesn't meet. Councilman Mahalovich.
I'm going to nominate Ken Hussey, Chair.
Is there a second?
Second.
All righty, any other nominations? Councilman Prather, do you have a motion?
I move that nominations cease and we elect Councilman Hussey as chair.
It's been moved and
Second.
seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have it. Need nominations for vice chair. Councilwoman Wiseman.
I nominate Rick Prather.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Rick Prather. Councilman Prather, do you have a motion?
I'd rather not make that one.
Councilman Graham, do you have a motion?
I move that all nominations be closed and we approve by acclamation.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded that nominations cease. Approval by acclamation. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have it. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. We are adjourned.
Thank you, Councilman Hussey. Finance Committee.
I'd like to call the meeting of the Finance to order. Roll call, please.
Graham,
Here.
Hensley.
Here.
Mahalovich.
Here.
Prather.
Here.
Wiseman.
Here.
I'd like to open the floor for nominations for the chair. Do I have any nominations?
I would like to nominate Councilman Rick Prather for chair.
Any further nominations? I'd accept a motion for nominations to cease and move by acclamation.
So moved.
Okay, all those in favor of Councilman Prather as the chair, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, I'd like to open up nominations for vice chair, finance. Councilman Prather.
I move that we elect Councilman Mahalovich as vice chair of the Finance Committee.
Any further nominations? Any motion?
I
move
second
that nominations cease and we elect by acclamation.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Last item of business, I declare the meeting of the finance adjourned.
All right, Public Safety.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting of the Public Safety Committee together in order. Roll call, please.
Graham,
Aye.
Hussey. Kimna,
Here.
Mahalovich,
Here.
Schreiber.
Here. At this time, I would like to seek and entertain a motion for election of a chair.
I would like to nominate Carlos Graham as chair.
I move that nominations cease and we elect by acclamation.
It's been moved and properly second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay, at this time, I'll open up for election of vice chair.
I'd like to nominate Mark Schreiber for vice chair.
Okay, it's been moved and properly second.
Okay.
With what?
Motion to cease nominations and elect by acclamation.
All right, it's been moved, properly. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, before we adjourn, This committee will meet on the fourth Thursday at 7 a.m. That's the fourth Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Sorry, 7:30 a.m. 7:30 a.m. All right? I just got kicked up on the table like, what? So it is at 7:30. Move for adjournment.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All right, Public Works and Planning.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to call to order the Public Works and Planning Committee. Roll call, please.
Fitzwater. Hussey. Kimna.
Here.
Schreiber.
Here.
Ward.
Here.
The floor is open for nominations for chair.
Go ahead, Laura.
Councilwoman Ward.
I'd like to make a nomination as Councilman Hussey as Chair of Public Works.
Thank you.
Second?
Any further nominations? Do I have a motion to cease nominations and elect by acclamation?
I'll motion that.
So moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have it. The floor is open for nominations for vice chair. All right.
Yes, I'd like to nominate as Vice Chair Councilman Fitzwater.
Second?
Any further nominations? I'd entertain a motion to cease nominations and elect by acclamation. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The motion carries. Motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Meeting is adjourned.
All right, thanks, everyone. And as always, with the four standing committees that meet regularly, the schedule is at jeffersoncitymo.gov for the meeting schedule on the calendar. And certainly all council members are welcome to attend any of those meetings as their schedule allows. Item 21, going into closed session. Pursuant to Section 610.021 of the revised statutes of Missouri, the chair will entertain a motion to go into closed session to discuss the following: legal actions, causes of action or litigation involving a public governmental body, and any confidential or privileged communications between a public governmental body or its representatives and its attorneys, Section 610.0211. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Schreiber.
Aye.
Ward. Wiseman.
Aye.
Fitzwater.
Aye.
Graham.
Aye.
Hensley. Hussey.
Aye.
Kimna.
Aye.
Mahalovich.
Aye.
Prather.
Motion passes. So we will stay in this room for the closed session.